in your ass, let's bomb some more. Toby's war cries what the radio's for. Wave that flag till your brain's out the door. Freedom ain't free, but who's it for? Sing it loud, don't ask who pays. Just salute the prophets and the warmongering hate.
I don't know if you can hear the relentless banging that's going on outside right now, but it's 4th of July. Happy 4th for those of you that are Americans, for those of you that are patriots that believe in the red, white, and blue, you know. Yeah, I'm not mad at you, by the way. I know other than the song that I just produced yesterday. And yes, I did write the lyrics for that song. Believe it or not, there's going to be some people eventually, once this channel goes somewhere, they'll say, well, you just put it through AI, you know. Okay. Well, let me explain something to you first, dickhead. I wrote my own lyrics for that song. I always do, because it has to come from here. It doesn't mean anything. Whether or not, regardless of the fact that I put it through an AI program to polish up the lyrics, to produce something that is quality, something that's worth your ears, you special boy and girl, is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I'm not going to spend the next 20 years trying to learn 3 different instruments, go find a producer that will produce, start a band, because you can't do it on your own. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be the same production quality unless you have a band of people that requires you to get along with them and travel with them and work with them, etc. And then find a production company that will produce your song, that will rake you over the coals financially, etc., 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 etc. Okay, I come from a music family. My grandfather played at the Grand Ole Opry, motherfuckers. Okay, so I know what it takes, and I ain't got it. Okay, so I've got to find another way to bear out my heart and soul to all of you, and that was that song. In that method, in that way, I'm able to find some outlet for my creativity, whether or not I had some help from some robots or not. Okay, so you can get all butthurt about that all you want. I don't care. I don't care. Go produce your own song. Go produce your own song like Toby Keith and Lee Greenwald and all of those people that I talked about in that song, who I'm so sick of hearing, especially around this time of the year. I'm a bit of an introvert, if you couldn't tell, from my hatred of the noise that's going on right now. Every little bang and pop sends me a little bit. I don't know if that's a little bit of like some sort of weird PTSD. I didn't serve in the military. You don't have to have PTSD. But every little sound of pop and bang or movement out of the corner of my eye or whatever, it gets me charged immediately. And every fucking sound right now is that. Okay. But beyond that, it's not just about me. It's not just about my hatred for the fireworks. I love to see fireworks. I love, when I was a kid, I used to enjoy going there. There had to have been some point in time where fireworks went from a fun activity to hell for me. I remember enjoying fireworks when I was a kid. My grandfather, who I spoke about a minute ago, yeah, he had a little bit of money, and he had a lake house, a vacation home that, when I was a kid, he would drive us down there in the old '66 Chevy, country music style, and we'd enjoy the fireworks out on the lake on the pontoon. I remember enjoying fireworks at some point. God, it's just nonstop. And it'll be nonstop for like another 2 weeks. people just pissing their money away for American pride. We're going to go out here and literally send our money up in smoke. For the red, white, and blue, brought to you courtesy of. But I wrote that song because I'm really, I've had it beyond here. I mean, there's a league of space above my head where I'm beyond this patriotic attitude. Like we're king shit for some fucking reason. We're the only country that's used nuclear weapons in war. And you can make whatever argument you want to about the Japanese, that they would have never stopped, etc., if we hadn't done what we did. But that's fucking lying. You damn well know it if you really do your research, or maybe you're just one of those obstinate, ignorant motherfuckers that believes that, you know, the vaporization of 250,000 citizens, civilians, was justified somehow. And even let's get into this while we're at it. Maybe we were at war with Japan at some point. How about them people of the Marshall Islands? Where's your patriotic excuse for what happened to them? Go ahead, go look it up. Scroll away from this video, go find out. Look up the Bikini Atoll, the atomic Bikini Atoll. That's your search criteria. That's your little homework from yours truly, Nonstop Thoughts Tonight. Look up nuclear Bikini Atoll. And you explain to me how that was justified. Any of it. The general at the time who was speaking to King Judah, the leader of the Marshall Islands, the person who was actually democratically elected by the people. They were having a meeting about what was going to happen, and the general explained it in a way that the king was not going to be able to explain, because the man's wearing a fucking loincloth and a shark tooth necklace around his neck. He doesn't know anything about nuclear fucking weapons. But they lied to him. And then at the end of the meeting, the general, well, all things being in God's hands, it must be good. They shook hands, and then America proceeded to destroy those people. Were we at war with them, patriots? Were we at war with the people of the Marshall Islands? Justify it for me. Happy 4th of July. I don't hate our country. I know it sounds like I do, but I don't. I hate our ways. Maybe that's my Christian background. That, you're not supposed to hate the sinner, hate the sin, right? But truly in my heart, I don't hate America. I just hate the ways of the people. Just the brain dead, constant brain dead mentality of support of the government and support of foreign governments. Meanwhile, we're all paying with our blood and our sons' and daughters' blood. And we're fixing to again, too, by the way. We're fixing to again. Real soon. Real soon. You can bet on that. Because Moloch hasn't been satiated yet. The owl god out there in Bohemian Grove, and there's many more of them. Many more pagan gods that these fucks who in the land of the free, in God we trust, worship. Baal, Moloch, Gog, Magog, men of old great renown. They didn't go away. They didn't go away. They're right here, right now. The influence is still here. Whether they're physically here or not anymore, the spirit lives on. Anybody that's a fan of Lord of the Rings kind of know what I'm talking about. The Eye of Sauron, remember? Just because he's not physically here doesn't mean the influence isn't there. Same idea. They're still here. They're still fucking with us. And they're still convincing us that killing each other is a great idea. Great idea for who? I'm going to tell you right now, if me and my neighbors, in case my neighbors ever catch on to this video, don't take this like weirdly personally, because people get real personal real quick for whatever reason. Not this is a theoretical situation, okay? Break. I'm going to tell you right now, if I had a dispute with one of my neighbors and I killed one of them over that dispute, I'd go to fucking jail forever till I'm too old and gray for my life to have any meaning anymore. That's what would happen to me. So what the fuck makes it okay, motherfuckers, for you to do it in the government? Prime ministers, presidents, kings, leaders, all of you. What makes it okay for you? At our expense. What makes it okay? Doesn't make it okay. Just means that you don't even have to fit the bill for it. That's what that means. So that's why I wrote that song. It also has a little bit to do with my hatred for modern country music. Now I go back to my grandfather he was a bluegrass singer. He was from Tennessee, the foothills of the mountains, the Smoky Mountains. That's where he was from. Okay? So I have some connections with that. He played bluegrass. There wasn't a stringed instrument that man could not play. Not one. Name it down below, he could play it. And he had at least half of them, whether he played them or not. He was a guitar man mainly. He had an old Martin that he played, and then he had a mandolin and a dobro, and he even had one of those sit on your lap. Not a dobro, you sit those on your lap too, but it was like a sitar, I think. It's like an Indian or Chinese string guitar. He could even play that. There was nothing he couldn't play. Of course, the way he put it to me, son, if you can play one string instrument, you can play them all. Maybe for him, maybe for the musical genius that he was, he could do that. He could read music, he could play it, he could compose it, he could write songs, he could do all of the things that we're not capable of today, including myself, which is, I mean, I can write songs, but I can't play. I mean, I could, but it's just, I don't know, maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there emotionally for me that we'll get into that in some other video maybe. So to get back to my point, I don't hate all country music. What I have a hate for is the modern version of that, especially the warmongering. That's why the song's called Warmongering Haze. One second, I gotta check something. Okay, we're good. That's why the song's called Warmongering Haze. because those people that are supporting war, it doesn't matter who it is, what genre of music it is, but you seem to hear a lot more country music uh, on the 4th of July around this time, around Independence Day. Independence Day, of all the disgusting irony of that, you seem to hear the most of that around this time. Country music, Toby Keith, Lee Greenwood, those people proud to be an American. Stick a boot up your ass, it's the American way. Uncle Sam put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and it felt like the whole world was coming down on you. Coming down on who? Children? Women? Civilians? Toby. And I realize he's dead. Don't get me wrong, I did research before. I did research on Toby Keith and Lee Greenwald. I know they're both dead. And I would imagine they're getting exactly what's coming to them right now. For all of their warmongering, patriotic pandering. They're getting exactly what's coming to them right now. I'm fully aware they're dead. And everybody gets what's coming to them eventually. So I don't hate all music. I just hate that particular kind, that particular flavor, if you want to call it. That bitter sort of a taste. When you know the truth about what this country is, what it stands for, what it has recently stood for, and to a certain degree has always stood for. Cheers. Happy 4th. Happy Truth Day. If you're watching this video. We came over here to escape the British Empire. And very quickly, the secret societies followed us right on over. Scottish Rite, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they all followed us over here because they realized there was money to be made, boy. There was power and influence to be had in all that new property. That's why their symbolism's everywhere. But you just keep on going ahead, waving that flag and shooting off your fireworks and praising the old red, white, and blue at the expense of children overseas and civilians, at the glorification and praise and worship of death, because that's what we are now. We're worshipers of death. Sacrifice our children every year overseas in the graveyard of empires. It's a little lyric in that song. To the sons and daughters in the grave of empires laid. Grave of empires is the Middle East, specifically Afghanistan. That's what they call it, the grave of empire, the grave of empires, because it can't be taken. And even if you could take it, you wouldn't want it. It's the grave of empires. That's where all empires go to fail. And 20 plus years ago or so, we involved ourselves in that. And we think we got away with that. Checked your 401k recently? See them gas prices? Did we get away with it? Did we? You never really truly get away with anything. Jordan Peterson, back before he went crazy and joined up with the Daily Wire and the Israel Agenda, used to be a voice of reason when he said you never really get away with anything. It's just a matter of time before it catches up with you, either in this life or the next. And if Jordan Peterson ever sees this video, he probably won't. I shook his hand once. I paid to go see him. Shook his hand. Regretfully so now at this point. Sadly. They say never meet your heroes. It's true. Don't do it because people change. But That's neither here nor there, I guess, at this point. He'll either come around and he'll make a public apology for all of the, on his own right, warmongering and worshiping of death, or the monster that almost came, the monster that almost came for his wife not too long ago, and himself will come back, and this time there won't be anyone to save him, because you get one chance with that. You get one chance in front of the public eye. One. And he unfortunately has chosen the wrong path. His wife almost died from cancer. That fucked him up. Fucked her up. Fucked their whole family up, because she's a matriarch of their family. I'm from a family that's like that. My grandmother before and my mother now were matriarch based. You know, men are the defenders. They're the strength out front, but the women behind the family are the ones calling the shots. So Jordan Peterson's whole life is getting ready to fall apart if it hasn't already. It started to fall apart when he got into barbiturates, into drugs, and his physiology changed as a result. He could no longer deal with public settings and crowds, which is really bad when you're in the public eye. And his daughter, who came through, saved his life, got him the medical treatment that he needed over in Russia because he couldn't get it in America. Imagine that. Couldn't get it in Canada. Imagine that. So he had to go to Russia to get these special treatments. Either way, I'm ranting now at this point. My point is, the reason those things happened to him is because it was a spiritual attack. He was speaking the truth, and so therefore, the enemy, whatever form you want to call it, whatever, the thing that comes for you is specifically in the night, whatever that is, whatever you most fear, the spirit behind that is what came for him and his family. It's a spiritual attack, and he missed it. Somehow he missed it, and if he didn't miss it, he never spoke about it publicly. But it's coming back for him now. It's time to pay the piper. It always is. So I don't know. I guess the best way to end this video in particular is to say that I don't have any hatred in my heart for anybody, even if they're in the government. But I hate their ways. I hate either what they're doing now or what they've done in the past, and the benefits that they're reaping from that, while giving no kind of credence, no kind of credit to anyone else other than themselves. Anyway, I guess that's all I've got for tonight. Thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube things for me. Hit the bell for notifications. Comment down below. If you're new, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for doing all the YouTube things. I'm going to do the best I can to make this as an enjoyable experience for you as well as me. Getting my thoughts out there, and if you like what I'm saying, please subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends if you dare. If you're brave enough to do that. If you have the sack on you or the lady balls to do that. And you'll see me next time.
So crank up
Thanks.
the bullshit, let the anthems play. But I ain't proud to sell out shipping lives away. Toby and Lee can shove their steel guitar scam. I'll raise a fist, not a flag, for the truth I am. Freedom's no jingle, no war hawk's plea. It's ours to take back, wild and free.